All right, let's just get right into it. We're going to tear up the standard playbook for starting a business. And this advice, it's coming straight from the top, from billionaire investor and Shark Tank star Robert Herjavec. But I got to warn you, a lot of what he's about to say, it's going to go against pretty much everything you've ever been taught.
So you think you know what it takes to succeed in business. You've got the perfect idea all mapped out, a bulletproof business plan. You're ready to fail fast like everyone says? Well, Robert Herjavec would argue that most of that common advice is it's just noise. And in some cases, it's just plain wrong.
And he kicks things off with a real bombshell. This whole idea of work-life balance, he says, forget it. Just forget it, especially when you're just starting out. See, he looks at a new business like it's a living, breathing thing. And if that thing is hungry, you gotta feed it. It doesn't care if you have a vacation planned, it demands everything. Okay, so let's dive into the first big myth he wants to bust. Myth number 1, the perfect start. And you know what? This is the trap that keeps so many people from ever getting off the ground. So the myth is you need this perfect, detailed business plan, right? Wrong. Forget that 50-page document. Herjavec's advice is like a gut punch of pure action. When people come up to him and ask, how do I start? His answer is always the same. Go sell something. And yeah, that's it. I'm not kidding. That's the whole playbook according to him. Find a customer, sell them something. He actually started his first tech company with no big plan, no market research. He just picked up the phone, called a potential customer, and sold them a solution. It just goes to show you, action creates clarity. It's not the other way around. You know that classic sell me this pen challenge? Well, this quote right here, it flips that whole idea on its head. Herjavec says the right answer isn't to start listing off the pen's amazing features. Nope. The right question to ask is, who am I selling this to? Because value isn't something you decide on. Value is in the eyes of the customer. It's about understanding them, not just pushing a product.
All right, moving on to myth number 2. And this one tackles a real sacred cow of startup culture, the glory of failure. We hear fail fast, fail often, all the time. But Herjavec's take on this, let's just say it's different.
Yep, he calls that whole idea bullshit. He does not mince words. He tells the story about an HR person who said they like to hire people who have failed. His response was immediate and, well, blunt. He says he has no interest in investing in entrepreneurs who have already run a business straight into the ground. But wait, let's be super clear here. He's not against learning. He's not against adapting. In fact, he's a huge fan of making small pivots and little course corrections along the way. What he's against is the big, catastrophic failure. There's a huge difference between, say, a small exit that wasn't a home run and just total bankruptcy. And you can bet this philosophy directly impacts how he invests his money. So here are the red flags he looks out for. 1, an entrepreneur with a history of a major past business failure. 2, someone whose personal life is in chaos, who isn't mentally solid. And maybe the biggest one of all, founders who don't know their key numbers, the handful of metrics that drive their entire business. Okay, and that brings us to the final myth we're going to deconstruct today, success. You know, that idea that once you finally make it, all your problems just magically disappear? Herjavec has this really colorful way of describing this fantasy. He calls it unicorns and puppy dogs. It's like people imagine walking through this big door labeled success, and on the other side is just this perfect, problem-free world. But of course, that's not how it works. Not at all. Because here's the real truth he drops on you. He says the problems don't go away. They just get bigger. Great wealth, he says, it amplifies exactly who you are right now. So money and success, they're just amplifiers. If you're a miserable person now, you'll just be a miserable person with a lot more money. And that takeaway is, it's really profound when you think about it. Happiness isn't some prize you win at the end. It's not a result of a finite goal. It's who you are right now. It's something you have to work on and cultivate in the middle of the struggle. You can't just put it off for some future that honestly might never come. All right, so we've busted the myths, we've torn down the bad advice. Now let's build the real blueprint based on Herjavec's core principles. This is so powerful. When someone asked him what he would do differently, what his single biggest regret was, this was his answer. I would dream bigger. He said that at the beginning, his mind just couldn't even imagine the life he has now. And he has this belief that once you expand your mind, it can never go back to its old dimensions. So principle number 1, dream bigger than you even think is possible. Okay, so what's with the number 3? What does this mean? Well, the single number is the key to his entire productivity system. It's a super simple hack that helps him cut through all the noise and distraction of a crazy busy day. It's what he calls the rule of 3. Not 5 things, not 10 things on a to-do list, just 3. The idea is every single morning, you write down the 3 things you absolutely must accomplish that day. And here's the kicker, you do not go to sleep until they are done. It's a brutally simple but incredibly effective way to guarantee you're always making progress. Okay, let's wrap this all up into the final Herjavec blueprint. Number 1, obsess over creating a fanatical customer experience. Number 2, dream bigger than you currently think is possible. Number 3, maintain that brutal focus using his rule of 3. And finally, number 4, understand that it is your responsibility to be heard. I mean, he once told a founder on Shark Tank, "It's not my responsibility to listen, it's your responsibility to be heard." That really sticks with you. So I'm going to leave you with this question to think about. After hearing all these reality checks from Robert Herjavec, what's the one myth you need to stop believing to move forward? Seriously, think about it. Is it the myth of the perfect start that's holding you back? Is it this idea that you have to fail big to succeed? Or is it the fantasy that success will solve everything? Identifying that one mental block, that could be the most important thing you do today.